What is up, guys? Today I'm going to explain as fast as possible how to play Sigewinne, the new 5-star for the second half of the 4.7 patch. And if you paid any attention to the story, we already know that she is a healer. I'm just going to show some gameplay of her while explaining the main parts of her kit. So the most interesting thing about her is her skill. It creates a bubble that restores your team's HP except Sigewinne's every time it bounces. After 5 bounces, Sigewinne will also be healed. So that is where she gets her own survivability. Also, this healing scales off of Sigewinne's max HP. But if you hold her skill, it creates an even bigger bubble, which gives more healing the bigger the bubble it is. But that's not all. With a big bubble, you can actually trap small enemies in it. So this is what it feels like to be an Hydro Abyss mage. Unfortunately though, the bubble will get smaller every time it bounces, until it is back to its normal size. Also, when using this skill, it will drop 2 source water droplets, which gives Sigewinne some bond of life when collected. And by clearing this bond of life, she will get some energy back. Okay, so Sigewinne's skill heals and has some crowd control. What else can she do though? Every time she uses her skill, it buffs 10 instances of off-field elemental skill damage for your teammates. It's similar to Shenhe's skill, but your whole team gets 10 instances, compared to how Shenhe gives 5 to 7 quills per character on your team. This buff scales off of Sigewinne's max HP, just like how Shenhe's cryo damage buff scales off of her attack. Take a look at this comparison. Her burst, you get a cool animation that deals some hydro damage, which scales off of her HP, and you can also absorb source water droplets while using her burst. I'll come back to her burst a bit later when I talk about her constellations. Alright, I'm just gonna give a quick overview of the build now. So obviously you want her signature bow. In my opinion, the second best option for her is the 3-star recurve bow. This bow only drops from chests, so if you accidentally deleted them, you gotta hold that L. But it's actually pretty good because of the HP main stat. I guess you can settle with Favonius bow or Sacrificial bow. As for artifact sets, I think you can try 4-piece Clam or 4-piece Tenacity. You can also try 4-piece Song of Days Past or 2-piece HP percent. But I don't think it's nearly as good as the first 2 sets. Just go triple HP main stats too. As for Constellations, C1 just gives more bounces to each bubble, and big bubbles stay big for a little longer. It also buffs her talent, which gives more damage to your teammates. C2 just gives a shield whenever Sigewinne uses her skill or burst, and if they hit an enemy, it reduces their hydro resistance by 35%. Pretty decent actually. C4 is okay, it just makes the bubble last longer and hit more times. But C6 is for people who want to make her a DPS, because it increases the crit rate and crit damage of her burst, and the amount scales off her max HP as well. So if you want to make her a DPS, you can go 4-piece emblem and maybe change the circlet to crit damage. For talents, just level her skill first, then burst if you want. Here is a showcase of C6 R5 Sigewinne. As for team comps, since she is a healer, she can technically be on almost any team. But if you want to take advantage of her A1 passive, you can try teams like Taser with Sigewinne, Yaimiko, Yelan, and Kazuha. A Hyper Bloom team could also be used with Sigewinne, Nahida, Yelan, and Kuki. You can also go double Geo with Sigewinne, Zhongli, Chiori, and Yelan. If you want to play her as a DPS, you can try Sigewinne, Farina, Kazuha, and Yelan, or Mona, depending on the situation. Alright, that's it for the Sigewinne guide. Let me know what you think about her and if you are pulling. I'll try to see what I can cook in my future videos, and if I missed anything, I will leave it in a pinned comment. Okay, that's it. See ya.